the base bandage.
Okay.
I still need bandages, but not the face because it's cutting my circulation.
Okay.
So we took pictures for you, and you can take pictures.
Okay.
You can come in if we have enough space. You want to be here?
Oh, that's fine. Let's see. Let's take.
Oh, he can go now. He won't hurt Christine.
It's fine. I'm used to barking.
Say hello.
Hi. Get it out of your system. I know I smell so good, don't I?
You smell just like a dog.
I know. I've got quite a few at the pound right now.
Oh, do you?
Mostly quarantines that'll be going home.
Oh.
It's just the state of Connecticut says if your dog's not up to date on rabies, they now have to be quarantined off property. So we always tell people, keep your dog up to date. It's the most important thing you can do. Hi, Ricky.
I think he's this month, actually.
Okay.
June 18th.
Let's see. Oh, the swelling looks better.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I cut this tape for it. She took the bandage off. It's been about an hour.
Yeah, because it was kind of wet and gooey.
Oh, yeah.
It was seeping on all the...
How's that hand feeling? Your other hand?
This one, I just put the new bandage.
That's okay.
The swelling's all gone.
Okay.
It's just we took a picture.
You took pictures?
So
Okay.
we could send it to you.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect. Okay. So I have
And I have all these bandages. Keep buying new bandages every day.
So there's just a couple things with the case. I did end up rating the gentleman, the owner, for nuisance, roaming, and failure to license, which when I have somebody who's gotten bitten badly like this, I have to, because what if the dog gets out again and does it to somebody else?
I asked Gail. She had told me that he was. This was a rescue.
It was a new dog.
I wonder if the dog was put up for adoption because it's a biter.
I don't know. That I can't answer.
Those are all right.
But at least if this gets out and something happens to a child or somebody else, I can take stronger action next time. Right now, we're at the point where he's even denying that this happened.
Oh, the owner?
Yep, my dog didn't do this, and
Who's the one that called 911?
No, the wife. The wife called him to call 911, but he was out.
Ooh,
That's what I just took about 2 minutes
and
ago.
this is the wrapped finger. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the wrapped finger too.
Oh, ooh.
This is we took all these.
I'm taking those
this morning.
Send me those too.
So I do. Do I just send it to this number up here?
Nope. I think I
told
gave you
me,
my.
Right? Is it on the back?
I'll give you my work cell that you can just text them to.
I'm
Do
just
you want
getting.
all of them that we took this
Yes.
morning, or just the 2 of that other finger?
Just send me everything you
Everything.
got.
Everything from the beginning.
Yep. Because what we're.
That was close.
Ooh.
What about the one? You
Yeah.
got the one from the police, though.
Yes, yep, I have the initial. Because what we're doing is we're gathering everything. So if this does go to trial, because he is going to fight the ticket, he's already said that. I want to have all my ducks in a row.
Well, I said I wouldn't pursue anything. I'm not going to sue him, but if he denies that his dog did it, it's like, are you
His wife was
serious?
there.
He hasn't come out and said it, but basically my dog didn't do it that bad. My dog didn't do this. So we are.
Police were there. And
We're
everything. They
we're
saw
at the point where
dog.
we want to just make sure we have all our ducks in a row, because I met the dog for 30 seconds. I can't give you a judgment on it, but seeing you right now with that's enough for me. That what if the dog gets out and it's a child walking their small dog like Ricky next time? A child's not going to know to pick up their dog, scream for help. They're going to
I just wonder if he is good if he gets out just with people just walking.
That's my worry. Is
Or
could we get
you don't
somebody
have to
bit?
have a dog with you, like say you're eating an ice cream cone,
Exactly,
and
and it's,
all of a sudden he's after you because you've got.
I think I'm going to have to send them one by one.
that's fine. That's fine.
'Cause I don't need-
You'll hear my phone buzzing because it's in the pocket.
Just tap on like 2 or 3 at a time.
That's fine.
You
So,
want me to do it?
so what I wanted to do with you today is I wanted to take a statement from you of what happened. And then I also was wondering if you would sign a medical release for us, because what that would do is that would give us, so if we do end up, he goes to trial and everything, we could get the medical records to say, yes, she did go to the ER. This is what the doctor said, as they write about your lacerations,
Also
referring
going
you.
to my doctor.
Yep.
Every 3 days she's changing bandages. And then this week I was to the plastic surgeon because ER sent me there.
And that's what this will give us. It'll give us to be able to get those records, because basically in the doctor's notes, what they tell me is a lot different than what they write. You know, they get real in depth of laceration here, this long, and that's what I want to see if we need to, because I just worry if this is somebody else next time or somebody's dog. You know, that's
Yeah,
what
because
scares me.
I'm a nervous wreck. I'm not to walk on that walking wall.
Okay.
If that dog gets out, he's going to see Ricky right away.
Where did you go initially? Did you go to Pequot or did you go to L&M in New London?
Pequot.
Pequot, okay.
Pequot. If you'd like a chair to sit, you can sit at the table.
Oh, no, I'll pull it back a little so we do our social distancing.
Yeah, but if you need to lean on the table.
Oh, no, this is good. This is why I brought the notebook.
Okay. So much stuff piling up. Do you want me to make you a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, I'm okay. Thank you, though. What's your date of birth, Gail?
January 13, 1945.
Okay. It asks for your social security number. You don't have to give it to me, or you can just do like the first 5, whatever you're comfortable with.
Should I do the last 4? Isn't that what they use?
Yeah, the last 4 is fine.
6272. Although I think the whole world has my social security. Somehow it gets out there.
I think everybody's is out there these days.
That's what I meant. Everyone's out there somehow.
Okay.
Vicky, you're being such a good boy. You've got company. You don't know what to do with all this company.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I made some noise.
No bark.
Okay, I can't get this to send.
Okay, I can't believe today is the 3rd or 4th already. Okay, so go ahead and just read this for me, and then I'll have you just sign where I put the X. Okay.
Did
Yep.
you already write it all out?
I just had to fill in some blanks. The medical releases are pretty straightforward. It's just fill in the blanks.
Information to be disclosed, date of treatment.
Let's see. Yep, let's see what we've got. Okay. Oh, if I can get it out. Oh, that's right. I shoved it in the other pocket.
Okay, good. So I just sign?
Yep. And you can borrow my pen if you don't mind.
Thanks.
I come prepared. Let's see. We've gotten... Open it up. Looks like you've 4 have come through. These are the 4.
You want me to
That was the first one today, second one today, third one, fourth one, sixth one. You got them all.
Perfect. That makes that easy. Okay. So that is all set. Okay. Bear with me with just a little bit of paperwork here.
You're keeping the receipts of the medical supplies and so forth. I will give you some recommendations for attorneys. You need to get an attorney. I can't do it.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Based on what you're telling me with your medical bills, the only way to get restitution is going to be a civil matter, which would be suing the dog owner to get your medical bills covered.
And if he argues about things, and that wouldn't happen until this all is dealt with. And then if he still takes the position, it's not my dog, there's other...
So I went and I was attacked by a different dog?
No. That it's not as bad or it's something else.
I think he's trying to claim it's not as bad as it's making it sound.
Yeah.
Which I've had people do, and then, then they're like, oh, okay, and it sinks in for a day or two.
And if you
He has 2 little children he has to watch
and
because...
if you retain an attorney now, doesn't mean you're going to start spending money. But it means there's somebody who will be familiar, that you'll get... I'll give you some names.
Yeah, because I don't have...
I'm a retired attorney.
Yeah,
Oh,
she wasn't
so you're a wealth of knowledge.
I will have knowledge.
Because I don't have an attorney.
Yeah.
You are my attorney.
I know, that was before
So
I
what
retired.
we did on our side was the criminal end, which was the infraction. And that's what he can fight in court. But should you sue him and things go to trial, they'll get all, as you know, they'll get all the police reports because I have a report, the city's doing a report. All your photographs that you've sent me are included in the report. So that way, everything, when things kind of start to settle down a little bit, the records division for both the city and the town get the copies of the police reports so you have them before you talk to an attorney. So you can say, look, this is what they've did. Here's all my photos. Here's everything.
And the further as time goes on, because you're going to keep the receipts, you'll know how much you're spending out of pocket. And I think ultimately, this is not the area of law I had much to do with, but I think ultimately you'd send them a letter and say, enclosed are copies of the receipts for a total of, whatever. Please forward me a certified check or money order in payment of same, and you have a CC notation, attorney so-and-so. And if his response to that is check you Farley, then your attorney will take over. Because you should not be paying for any of this out of pocket. I've been telling Gail since the beginning, my concern is whether she'll have any scarring is one thing. I'm not sure either one of us cares about that. It's any
And when I saw your initial photo right after this happened, that was my concern. Just, I'm not a medical professional, but based on the bites I've seen doing this for 10 years, and when I start following up with victims and they tell me what's wrong, especially the hands, I start to hear a lot of things, and I get worried for my victims. Because, especially like cat bites, you've probably seen it. Cat bites are swollen, and I have people who go like 4 or 5 days later after getting by like a stray cat, and I'm like, I know, you're swollen. You're lucky you're not admitted to the hospital, But for dogs to see this level of injury, I don't want to say is unusual, but it's not common. Most of the time I get a couple little punctures, and then the dog goes back and grabs again.
He just wasn't letting go.
When Gail told me, the day after it happened, she asked me if I would do something for her. She told me that you've got Ricky in one arm, and she's going around in circles and trying to shake him off, and he wouldn't let go.
And that's what we're going to put in the statement, is it's going to be your words, and you're going to sign it. So that way that, if the judge needs to look at this, he can go, okay, I'm getting this from, Gail's point of view of everything that happened. And I put right in my report how you had to spin in circles. You had Ricky here, you were trying to get the dog off. That says a lot when you're trying to get the dog off, protect your little dog and everything.
Because Ricky had,
He's 8 pounds.
I don't have any pictures, but he got nipped on the back because when I stayed with my friend, and he had some blood on his back, and she said, "That's your blood, Gail. It's just dry blood." And then I think the next day, maybe it was a day or two after, was petting him, and I said, "Oh, he's got leaf or something." I said, "He's got stuff caught on his back, from your garden." And I said, "Something's on his back." I said, "Oh, would you look, because I don't want it to be a tick. It's a tick. It's hard. It's hard." And she moved over, and she said, "He's got a scab there." She said, "He probably got nicked."
Okay.
And he favored the first day she took him, because I came home, and she took him. I just wanted to go to my bed.
Yeah.
He was favoring his one side.
Which side? Because
I'm right.
I don't know. I'd have to ask Deb.
You
She
can
said,
always
well,
text me that too, and I can add it to the report.
But otherwise, then he seemed
Okay.
He was just bad for like the first 2 days, quiet, rolled up in Dib's.
Okay. Chances are he probably got bruised
He
somehow.
got bruised. It wasn't
but
bad.
still,
there isn't a lot to him.
it adds to the report of.
Because Ricky yelped out that like he's been bitten or stepped on twice. Very clearly, because I had him from here, then I moved and I got him all the way up, and that's when the dog got my hand. I must have lowered my hand, because then all of a sudden I had Ricky over my shoulder and he's got my hand, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Okay.
I think it would be
Scary.
very interesting if I were in your position. I certainly think your attorney might, if it comes to that, which I hope wouldn't. But to know what's the history of that dog before it came to this family. Does this dog why was it put up to the Humane Society? Isn't that something you would look into?
I've discussed with the Humane Society, and the only thing I know is the dog was brought up from down south, which they frequently do.
Yeah, my dog came that way.
Passed their behavior assessments, there were no red flags, and went up for adoption. So that's pretty much
See,
all
'cause
I know.
One of my neighbors got a shelter dog. Her son gave it to her, and she's adorable. She's a mixed pit. And she knows she kept her in the house for a while, got her used to socializing, so she goes after Ricky, and Ricky wants to attack her. I said, Ricky, she was rescued from pit bull fighting, and the bait was little
I would never have a dog.
puppies and little dogs.
Yeah, it's
So, because the owner told me, she said, Carmelita, she says, oh, this is the kind of dog she used to fight. And I was like, oh, Carmelita. And she says, well, we're watching her, we're keeping her happy, you know, but, so she's good with Benji, she's good with other dogs. She will not, every time she gets near
She'd
Ricky,
like to tear him up.
and I said, she doesn't like black dogs.
You're racist.
And of course, Carmelita's black.
I
And I'm
know.
saying, what, she likes all the white dogs and not my black dog? I said, NAACP. I'm calling.
you know, and with these southern dogs, especially when they come up as adults, it's a lot harder to know what their background history
where have
is.
you been?
So it's who knows what this dog went through prior,
And
and
I just wonder, I didn't realize it. That's too bad.
okay.
And my dog was brought up from North Carolina from a kill shelter. My dog is a part Australian cattle dog and part something else the vet thinks probably some kind of hound. She's 45 pounds. She would hurt Ricky only because of her size, not because she would want to
Step on
play.
it. Yeah.
And
we
I've
don't
had
let
that.
them together. But she's very sweet and gentle, and she wasn't a fighter.
Do you know how much that dog weighs? It's a small dog. It wasn't
I
big.
think they said 30 pounds.
It's
Between,
small.
yeah, between
Just said it
28 and
was smaller than
33.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it's smaller than Donna. It wasn't a big
Okay.
dog.
All right. So I'm going to start the statement, and it's basically on such and such a day, and then I want you to take over, and I'm going to write word for word. Okay. So we were on 5/27.
Sit here and read? Or do you want me to leave?
Oh no, I love that you're here because I'm probably going to say so.
And what time did it was a little after 8 the attack occurred, correct?
8 a.m.
AM or PM?
a.m.
8 a.m. You were walking Ricky.
I was walking Ricky
Let me just turn this down.
on Broad Street,
Okay.
and we got to the corner of Broad and Monument to turn down Monument Street, which we do every day. When I saw a dog running towards us
Monument.
without a leash. A leash dog.
Dog.
Where were you near? Can you give her like a house
Right on
number?
the corner.
She was right on the corner.
Yeah, right on the
Okay.
corner. And the dog came from maybe about 4 houses down.
Okay, without a leash.
No leash.
From 4 houses down on Monument Street, right? Okay. Okay.
I guess as the dog neared, he was barking. So I scooped up my dog.
Barking. Ricky, and why did you pick up Ricky? Were you scared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Ricky's so small. He pounds.
Okay. I was
and
scared because Ricky was so small.
And the dog was barking, and it wasn't a happy bark. Well, you can't predict what a dog's going to do. You know, if it's going to come and play or not.
Dog. was, okay, the dog was barking and you've picked up Ricky.
And the dog lunged up and nipped Ricky twice because Ricky cried out twice. And I distinctly remember him jumping up and catching Ricky at least twice. I think on the back leg or the hind quarter.
Yelped twice.
I should be able to record these and transcribe them quickly, so it's not so much work.
On the back leg. It's okay, I'm used to this. This was ACO Day 101 was taking a statement. Okay, so the dog got Ricky on the back leg twice.
So I boosted Ricky higher up onto my shoulder.
Which shoulder? Would have been your left. Your left shoulder.
Okay.
So the dog couldn't reach him.
Okay.
So the dog continued growling, barking, whichever, growling, and
Grabbed your right hand.
and grabbed onto my right hand.
Okay. And grabbed my right hand. Okay.
And didn't let go.
Okay.
He wouldn't let go.
Dog wouldn't let go.
I kept turning away
Okay.
from the dog, telling him down, down. But the dog kept following me, and just holding on. And that just happened so fast.
Dog.
Then I saw the woman. She came right running. She was good. That was the owner. I didn't know it was the owner.
The dog kept following you, still attached to your arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
See, they'd have done better to get a horse. Sorry.
Okay, so it was still attached to your arm. Then you saw a woman come running down the street.
Yeah.
Did she call the dog by name?
I don't know.
Was she yelling at all?
She called out, call 911,
Is that what she said? Okay.
because I think she looked back. Maybe I didn't see her husband, but I think she called back, call 911.
Okay.
And then she said, are you all right? And he got out. That's all I remember. And she said, I'm so sorry. I mean, she was. She was really shook up. And she pulled the dog off me. She
Okay.
got the dog by the collar and pulled him away and held him. And she did tell me that there was a call into 911 and they were coming. So I think it was her husband probably that called. Because I did see them when the police came, and I saw her husband, I said, she has two boys. They
Okay.
were on the sidewalk.
So you think it was the husband that called 911?
I think it was
Okay.
probably, because I don't know if she called, because I think she was using both hands to hold the dog by the leash, because you know how he just kept trying to
The
jump
leash or the
up.
collar?
The collar. And you know how they just keep, they want to get away, and she kept holding him down. So I think it was her husband that was calling 911.
Needed.
She said, my husband's called. She said, we're calling 911. They're coming. Because I was saying, and I'm pretty sure by then I was like,
Okay. Okay, I said I think it was the husband who called 911. She needed two arms to keep the dog secure.
by
Okay.
the collar,
Secured,
and
comma.
his collar.
By the collar. Okay. And anything happen after that? Did she say anything else to you?
She said she was very sorry.
Okay.
She said that a number of times, you know, and I'm saying, I said, it's okay, he was trying to get my dog. You know, and I said, he was trying to get my dog. And I said, but he got my hand, you know, so, yeah. So,
Flip around that way. Stay up higher.
here,
Mm-hmm.
I have to get those adjustable things. Okay. It's not good with this. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Are you hurting yourself?
No, certain positions,
Good,
God damn it. I am not, I'm too young to be this old, God damn it.
Well, you know, the difference is because
Not a
when
day over 30, right?
we're
I'm
not,
40 now.
we're
Okay.
we're not in our exercise class.
You know, even only 2 days in that yoga class,
Yeah.
I felt my balance was better, and
Yes.
I did feel more elastic.
Yeah, because I know my back's really much more since I'm out of exercise class. It's made, and of course, forget the muscle. It's gone.
Okay. So after you told her he was trying to get your dog, the police showed up.
Police
Okay.
arrived. EMT arrived.
This was all an attention-getting Floyd, wasn't it, Gail?
It was. Look at all the presents and attention I'm getting.
Did your kids come through with the presents? I know you were saying that they needed to come through with some gifts.
My daughter sent me a beautiful Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, all jazz from that double
Yeah,
CD.
yeah.
Romeo sent me a jazz from San Francisco, some local. And Carol and Rose, who live here, made a deep
She doesn't eat
dish,
here in Norwich.
Oh,
meatball, broccoli, deep dish pizza, I mean,
Oh.
pizza oven, because they have a pizza oven.
oh, very nice. That
And
sounds good.
homemade oatmeal cookies, which are already gone. Because I lost a pound, so I have to keep eating.
You're right.
Because these antibiotics make you nauseous.
Did I bring you some homemade chicken soup?
Homemade chicken soup from Meredith.
Wow.
She's gone to the store for me.
You are a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Friends don't count.
you went to Pequot, right?
Yes.
And did you take her?
No.
No, I'm not
Okay.
offended.
I called a friend who drove me to Pequot.
Okay.
And, yeah, 'cause she was going to take
Deb.
my dog. Yeah, Deb Bergeron, if you want her name, her full name.
No, I didn't see Gail till the day after it happened.
How do you spell Deb's last name?
Bergeron. I can give you her address if you need
Nope,
it.
that's fine.
Do you want your, the sling?
No, I'm good. I just have to remember to just always keep it up, and then I just kind of walk around like this.
The reason I reminded you of that earlier this
Yes.
morning was it was starting to turn purpley because you were walking around. And
I
it's
know.
looking much better now.
I know. Catherine said, you know, to make sure I, you know, bend the elbow, move the arm, but
Don't
I'm
let it.
supposed to have it up all
Okay, what's Deb's address, just so if I have to put her in?
14 Thomas Road in Groton, Connecticut.
Okay, and what's her phone number?
House number is 860-445-5820.
820, okay, just in case I need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've been staying with her a lot. She took
Okay.
me, and she's watched my dog for me, and
Okay.
she's, you know,
And remind me, Gail, what was your cell phone number?
860-857-3133.
Okay, go ahead and give this a read, and then I'll have you sign it,
And
okay?
it was the emergency room, Dr. Douglas,
Okay, yep, I have that written down.
that also said I had to see my doctor on Friday, have my bandages changed and looked at, and that I was to also see Dr. Senna. I
Okay.
call in for an appointment to Dr. Senna, the plastic surgeon, because I
Okay.
was so surprised that I was seeing a plastic surgeon. And I'm not getting the facelift unless I pay for it myself.
Can't you even get, won't they even just give you a free waddle lift? This is our joke. Gail's just a few years older than I am.
7. I'm 75.
So you're
Yeah,
only
that's 25.
47 then. Because if she's 40, you're only 47.
So my daughter's 48 though. And she's my baby.
She's 20.
She's 75 and I'm 70.
No.
Yeah, I would say
no.
from about 4 houses down.
Okay.
Because I
I
know
wonder
it
if it was
was,
a house that's set back. The house on the corner of Groton Monument is that old white one. And then there's the cool little one that I always thought I'd love to own. And then there's the one
It's
in
the
the
yellow
front
one.
with the porch. And then there's
yellow.
one with the flag lot, because a friend of mine bought that. It's in the back. And that's the 4th house on Monument, on the right side.
because it's not the little one with the natural
Okay.
cedar
Yeah.
shingle. It's closer.
Closer to the street, the one next to it?
Yeah,
Oh, so it's the white one with the porch.
I think it's the white one. But I didn't ask her.
Yeah, okay. I bet
It'll be in the police report.
you'll know which house.
Or I
That
think-
one.
I already know which house.
Yeah.
I've already
So
talked to them.
I'm not
I
sure
have
if
the
I
it's
used to
white or
live here.
yellow.
Okay.
And that's how we knew each other for 16 years until I sold and I moved out to Colorado to live with my son and daughter-in-law and grandchildren, which was supposed to be the rest of my life. And 16 and a half months later, I said, I have to come home.
Okay.
So maybe you can just put the icon
For about. Yep.
because I wasn't counting. I just saw the dog running, and it wasn't running from
There we
a
go.
block away.
I just added in the word about for you.
Yeah. So it was.
Yeah,
just
we're
like-
used to little carrots and arrows and adding
I never
things
learned
in.
this. I know at.
I just usually use a mark and
Plus
about.
What's the?
I just wrote about.
Approximately is when you take the A and you loop it around.
No, that's at.
Yeah.
Oh, at or about.
I have so much of my own shorthand when I'm
We all
taking
do,
notes,
yeah.
talking to people.
Just down on Monument Street
My
is
partner
the
goes, "What
dog.
does this mean?" And I'm like, "That's just my
Years,
shorthand."
years and years ago,
And
I went to business school because I had a useless bachelor's degree. And I went to business school, and among other things, I had to learn shorthand.
Mm.
And I realized, and for years in my professional life, I would use some of the shorthand to write notes to myself. Or, I think it was my first secretary, who was an older woman, I mean, very close to my own age, because I was 40 when I became a lawyer. She and I would write shorthand notes to each other because she had learned. I don't think business school today teaches that
I
at
don't
all.
know. I haven't seen much shorthand.
We had to learn how to transcribe from a machine. I don't think they even use them in most law firms anymore. Court reporters, of course, they have the little steno machine, and that's very different. That's not full words.
Amazing that they're
None of
able
that, I
to.
think, is used anymore, except by the stenographers, court stenographers.
Okay, this is good.
Okay. So I'm going to have you
Fine.
sign it.
Thank you.
All right. So I am going to have you sign right there and right there for me.
Do I have to date it? No.
Now it's already dated at the top. Trying to make it as easy as possible.
No, you have to date
She's lucky that she's ambidextrous.
it.
I
If
envy
if this happened to my right hand, I would lose weight so fast because I wouldn't be able to lift anything. I wouldn't be able to sign a report.
Well, you know, I use the scissors with my right hand, not my left, but
Yeah.
I just said, you can do this, so I just started and I'm cutting. It doesn't cut as well, but, so I said, you can use that with your left hand.
I
It
can
should work.
barely get a fork in my mouth. I've tried it. If I use my left hand, I'm so right-handed. I don't know.
My sister is completely left-handed. She has all left-handed tools.
Wow. I'm ready for myself, so.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming, so you have enough photos.
I have enough photos for today, but as you continue healing, you know, and
Monday, I see Catherine
Yep.
again for new bandages.
Okay, yeah, it
Why
takes
don't
some
you have her take a photo or two on that during that visit?
yeah,
Yes.
take some more photos
I
during
forget,
that visit.
you know, I saw the plastic surgeon. I forgot that I was supposed
Even
to
what
take
I'm
pictures
looking
of
at
this
right now
morning.
isn't for me to, oh wow, you know, just is enough to,
Well, when the plastic
awful.
surgeon took it off, this one and this one, they automatically start bleeding. And there's no gauze. They're using these plastic bandages, a non-stick. It's just,
when you took that off this morning, what I did was I cut some of the strips.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tape that they put on the outside.
Okay.
Gail then, she did the unwinding.
Okay.
And then, you took the actual bandage off, and the flap lifted.
Okay, yeah,
skin-
It's still very,
skin
very-
skin.
Just
So it's
continue to
disgusting.
take the photos because especially as you're bruising and everything, that's what we want to see.
Okay.
Because when I have a lot of these bites, I have people go day 1 the first week, and then usually like for the first 10 days, if it's in a spot where they're not
Yeah.
bandaged. But we try to get as many photos as we can because it just conveys the pain that the victim has gone through.
So the photos we just sent you, are they dated so that you
I don't know your-
that
I don't-
they-
I'm gonna write they were taken this day.
The ones today, the ones
On-
that I just sent you were all taken
Today, okay.
Yeah.
Let me just write that down or I'll forget.
So, yeah. They were taken at around 8:30 this morning.
Okay, 8:30. Okay, yeah, because in my report I have the initial photo. I say like right after the injury, and then I met with you the next day, and these are the photos that I have.
Good.
You know, and I
Okay, so
described
we
the
have a couple-
swelling.
Actually, if your phone is anything like mine, in the gallery,
Yeah.
It's,
it
has
will
the
show
date.
the date, so that even if you don't remember to make a note to yourself, when you're sending them to Christine, you'll be able to say, photo taken at doctor's office on.
So this just tells you that's the dates on top
Yeah, today.
today.
So, like, when you look at this tomorrow,
Yeah.
it'll have today's date.
yeah, it'll have tomorrow's date.
Okay.
And if you
So
back
if
it
I
up in a
look at
week.
past ones, it'll have the date. Just double click on the bottom and get rid of that, and then you'll go up to photos. I have to find them. I don't know. So anyway.
Do you have any questions at all for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't
Okay.
have to do anything except remember to have some pictures taken
Just
on
more
Monday.
photos if you can.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, now I can change my bandage.
Yep. Now that you can change, that makes a whole world of difference. I'm just happy to see some of your swelling
We're
has gone
playing
down.
doctor. And earlier, I also played
You wear
vet.
multiple hats:
She's
attorney,
playing
doctor,
doctor,
nurse.
Well, I was a nurse's aide
Friend.
when I was an undergrad. Friend is the most important.
Yes, but it's always good to have friends.
We have 16 years. Well, now we're into it's 2003 I met you.
17.
17.
Wow. Yeah.
Because we both moved here when the condos were built.
Okay. And if you have questions for me, feel free to call,
I want
email.
another card of yours because
Here it
I
is.
want to make sure.
It's right here.
It's right there. You want another one?
Yes.
All right. Let me go out to the van and grab you another
no,
one.
that you don't have to do
Oh, I can get you
Give
another
me
one.
your pen just real fast.
Sure.
So, there's the lawyer.
No, well,
I'm the space cadet.
well.
I am. Well, now, see, I can feel the second pill. The second pill makes you very dizzy, like
Alright.
so.
Let me
I took that.
rebandage you, and then I'll escort you upstairs.
You get some rest
Yeah.
and send me some photos on Monday if you don't mind.
I will. I'll remember, Christine. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Be careful.
If we're in need of anything else, I'll give you a call. But I think right now we are all set at the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Christine.
So,
glad you're
and if
feeling
you
better.
see the family, I know you're not. This is not your job, but it's like the father, the husband shouldn't say things like that. It's like just I'm not going to sue you, so just.
I don't know
No,
what
don't
he's
say
thinking.
that, Gail. You
I
need
guess
to get-
people do get sued, and then
Yeah.
I know.
I'm thinking. My guess is in his mind is he's thinking, bite done. I don't know if he knows the extent or the injuries, but I don't know.
It's all right. It's all right.
We're just taking it a day at a time in our line of work.
Okay.
All right, Ricky.
Thank
It was nice to meet you, Ricky.
Goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye, Ricky. All right. Take care, Gail. I hope you feel better.